Up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Mavericks. For the Minnesota Timberwolves, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from...
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Green is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Irving. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. And for Minnesota, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the one.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
The offensive rebound, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Here's Edwards, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs, it's all about finding the right fit for the role players.
Yeah, that's why this team is willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden-era Rockets.
He's off on the second. A lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
Pass to Doncic. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Powell, that's good.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
Over to the wing. Here's McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Doncic kicks to Green. Here's Bullock, and he lays it straight in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination? You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
The three for Doncic. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, Doncic so crafty and good at using screens and being effective in screening situations. He's a true scorer and playmaker.
The pass to Gobert. Powell with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And it's Dallas with another.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition. And you look at all the things Doncic can do. One in particular, he can control the pace of the game.
And, Greg, I love that about him. His size, his strength, his savvy, his skill set. You really can't speed him up at the offensive end. Everything he does is at his pace and his tempo. He methodically breaks you down.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 9 points. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. Here's Irving. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And the dunk by Doncic.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Christian Woods checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Irving. Puts it up off the inbound. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Over in the corner, Edwards. At the top of the key, Towns. Pass to Conley. To the paint. Here's Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Edwards passes to Towns. Count that one.
Excellent job by Towns to stick with it. He didn't let the defender get to him there.
Outside Irving. Takes the three. It's good from long range.
Timeout.
Irving's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. And Dallas also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Powell.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
From deep, Prince. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 15. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Here's Noel. Offensive rebound. Creed gets the bucket.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. The tray. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Hardaway. That one rolling around and rims out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wood kicks to Irving. Another three for Dallas.
The team does a nice job supporting what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, they've got total trust in his ability, so I think they work a lot harder to set him up.
Here's Rivers, and he converts the layup.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Irving for three, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break, and their ability to get point.
33. Wolves fans, you know them, you love them.
And if you're just tuning in, with wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Dwight Powell. Reggie Bullock is out there with Green. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Irving at the two-guard spot. Green kicks to Bullock. Powell trying to free himself up. And Reggie Bullock gets the three. Bullock's got 7.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Passes it to Towns. Towns is doubled. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
And they double up Doncic. Irving kicks to Green. Shoots over McDaniel. Shots good by Green. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Gobert gets the bucket.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Justin Holiday comes in for Irving. And it's Hardy in for Luka Doncic.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Maverick substitution.
And so Powell will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Down low, here's Kleber, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
And like so many stars from afar, Maxi Kleber won his share of awards back home.
Yeah, found a lot of success playing in Germany. NBA scouts watch foreign leagues very closely to find guys just like Maxi.
And he sinks the second. Clark, of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game could be a successful coach. But point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
For 3, Edwards. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 21. Pass to Hardy. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The shot will not fall. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Beard, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Minnesota calls timeout.
And looking at Reggie Bullock, boy, he's had quite the ride as a pro.
Yeah, he certainly has, Greg. I mean, he's been a lot of places during his 8-year career, but the thing I like, no matter where he's been and what uniform he's worn, he knocks down shots and does exactly what's asked of him.
Out to Edwards. Shoots the 3. It's not going to go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. And here's Hardy. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Powell. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Gobert. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Towns. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Conley, the pass to Edwards. Now, here's McDaniel. Guarded by Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Powell with the steal. In the corner, Hardaway with it. With the shot. Second chance effort, and it's laid up and in by Kleber.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions. And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Hardy passes to Hardaway. Inside, here's Kleber. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Right side, Conley shoots over Hardy. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Holiday with it, picked up by Edwards. There's the pass to Hardy. Here's Hardaway. They get it back. Powell. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Conley's shot is off. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Hardaway, no good. The Timberwolves shooting at 50%. Been a decent proof. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rivers, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Then for the Mavericks, Wood, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Irving comes in for Justin Holiday, and Doncic is subbed in for Hardy.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Minnesota gets it back at a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Off target from three-point range.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Anderson. To the inside. Irving with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Wood against Anderson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
On the wing, Hardaway. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Hardaway has got 4 points this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
To the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 14 points, 2 steals, and from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They're getting a lot out of their bench.
And that's a wrap for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns has had?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Powell inside, defended by Gobert.
And you see how Towns affects the shot. I mean, has the length, tenacity, and timing of a top-shelf defender.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Back to Conley. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Doncic against Conley. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And Doncic, here we go. Count that bucket. Doncic has got the first bucket of the third here for the Mavs.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
That was a second look at our Mobile One Drive. Amazing control on display.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Outside, Green. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Edwards against Irving. He kicks to Bullock. Another 3 for Dallas.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Right side, Conley. Plays it up and banks it in. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Now, we've seen more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. Many years going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Edwards dishes to Conley. From 11 feet away, here's Edwards. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Foul.
Minnesota making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for McDaniels. Austin Rivers comes in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Dallas also making some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleber in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Noel. Misses the 3. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Beyond the arc. McGee's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Prince the pass to Towns. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. McGee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Kleber.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
To the middle.
2 minutes.
Moves back up. McGee's shot is off. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Rivers with it. Back to Towns. Banked in off the glass. Towns has got 6 points.
When you talk about guys that can score from all 3 levels, I think Big Cat is right at the top of that list, especially if you condense it to just big guys. He can do it facing up or with his back to the goal.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Kyle Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Wood, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Justin Holiday comes in for Josh Green. Hardaway's checked in for Irving. And it's Hardy in for Luka Doncic.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Anderson kicks to Reed. He dishes it to Rivers, and here's Prince outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Hardaway passes to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Prince outside. Stolen away. Rivers against Hardaway. Outside Holiday. No one near him. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Holiday's got his second bucket.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Prince with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
6 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hardy. Off target. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up from the field.
The Mavericks, 75.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Wood out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hardy, and it's Ntilikina in at the 1 spot.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Dallas shooting so well, 63% the offense working as one cohesive unit. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Dallas ball.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Buries it from three-point range.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on deep.
Pass to Noel. Lets it go from deep. Here's Reed. Good D by Wood. And that's a foul called on Naz Reed. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Great frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Hardy passes to Ntilikina. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Noel, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Holiday, deflects the pass, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. Some changes for Minnesota. Morris checked in for Kyle Anderson, and Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Noel.
Jordan McLaughlin.
Here's Wood. That one good for 2.
Well, I love how comfortable and composed Wood is down there. Takes his time and just does his thing in his way.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Bounce pass, Holiday. pass to Ntilikina. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Ntilikina looking it over. Shot clock at 6. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The height and quickness of Ntilikina often puts defenders in tough spots. Hard to guard sometimes without fouling.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And so he hits both. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul.
Pretty early to be over the limit. That foul situation is something we want to keep an eye on.
Second personal foul.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
Shooting for Dallas, Frank Ntilikina. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's McLaughlin. Kicks to Prince. The pass to McLaughlin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fast break, Dallas. Ntilikina can't hit. The Timberwolves shooting 43% from the field. Here's Moore. Offensive rebound. Here are the Mavericks now. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
First personal foul. Team is in the penalty. Shooting for Dallas, Justin Holiday.
That free throw good from Holiday. Bertans, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Now here's Prince. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's McLaughlin. It's stolen by Bertans. Hardy passes to Holiday. And here is Bertans. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Moore, second personal foul. At the line for the Mavericks, Davis Bertans. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Edwards, he's checked in for Jordan McLaughlin. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. For Minnesota, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. And here are the Mavericks now. This run now up to 13-2. Floats it up for Wood. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
In the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Moore. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
At the line for the Timberwolves.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That one is off. So he comes up empty, missing both. Dallas with the ball. This run now up to 13-2. To the paint, here's Bertans, and finished off by Bertans.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Minnesota shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. Edwards, that's good.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Pass to Ntilikina. Bertans with the ball. And finished off by Bertans.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Luka Doncic.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And he can't hit the second. The Timberwolves have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. It's Edwards on the wing. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Composed and cool effort from Edwards inside. Not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot. Taking what's available.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Towns in for Moore. And Dallas also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Wood. Here's Edwards, and he elevates for the slam dunk. JaVale McGee did not like that.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And it's McGee with the jam.
Assist goes to
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Edwards. Gets a hand on it, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Here's Ntilikina. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win to come into it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for
Two-K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And that's the player introductions completed. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to... Hey, Allie.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, they're making strides, Allie, no question. Looking at the starting 5 for the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Josh Green. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Bullock in at power forward. And for the Timberwolves, filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. From deep, here's Doncic. Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt of this game.
No, exactly, B.A. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
Doncic against Conley. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And we know that last year the Mavs had an issue with rim protection.
They did, and obviously that is the starting point, BA, for a lot of defenses, so you understand you have to address that. What you know, though, unequivocally, is you have excellent wing defenders on the roster. It's one of the most critical aspects of success in today's NBA. So really, it's about solidifying the paint, and let's see where this team goes from there.
And Dallas with possession. Towns with a rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McDaniels finds Towns. No coverage that time. Towns has got 5 now.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
And the shot's good by Irving.
Boy, forget about keeping it simple. He went for the high degree of difficulty on that lay-in.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
Oh, big-time drive and finish. Showing a little artistry on that tape. I could watch moves like that all day.
And stolen by Edwards. To the wing on the left. Here's Towns. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. He has 7.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Here's Doncic. And stolen by Edwards. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Conley. Here's Towns. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in. Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game. He actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season. 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And that one's good. Irving.
Well, contact is not going to prohibit Kyrie Irving from scoring. This guy has great instincts.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Now here's Towns, guarded closely. The kick out to Conley. Goes back up, and it's laid in by Towns.
Well, there's a level of assertiveness and aggressiveness that Karl Anthony Towns is bringing to the game right now, sending a very distinct message to the defense. You better sharpen up.
And Dallas calls time here. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Towns for 3. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Irving finds Green. Doncic on the wing. Here's Powell. Defended by Gobert. Outside Irving. Puts up a 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Outside Irving. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Here's Edwards. Softly drops in the floater.
Outstanding touch, boy. The floater is good for Anthony Edwards.
Here's Hardaway. Oh, and Towns with the block. To the middle. McDaniels, that's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside.
Mavericks foul. Tim Hardaway.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anderson's checked in for McDaniels. Rivers comes in for Edwards. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Holiday's checked in for the Mavericks. Hardy comes in for Kyrie Irving. Anderson gets the bucket.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
A nice shot by McGee.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Anderson. And 1:01 left in the first. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Prince is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Pass to Rivers. Now here's Reed. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
The Mavericks trailing. There's 37 seconds left now in the first quarter. Shot from 12. This shot by Hardy, no good. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Noel. To the paint. Here's Reed. Good on the shot.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Hardy. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Second team foul. Shooting for Dallas, Hardy at the line for one.
On the wing, Noel. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Unable to get that one. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
16. Fans, your Timberwolves.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Conley in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Here's Doncic. Yep, count it. Doncic has got 5 now.
6'7", 230 pounds. Luka Doncic is a load in the painted area.
To the inside, Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
One thing that's defined Mike Conley's career in the NBA is his mastery and understanding of the point guard position. Don't sleep on his athleticism now either, though. Vertical at the combine was 40.5 inches. Folks, not a lot of people achieve that number.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Prince, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
And if you know about Conley's family, you know where he gets his athletic ability.
Well, we know Mike Sr. is a gold medalist in the triple jump. He's in the Track and Field Hall of Fame. No wonder Mike Jr. can jump out of the gym.
Here's McDaniels, following the score by Dallas. Pass to Conley. Here's Edwards. Here's Prince. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Doncic passes to Kleber. Back to Doncic. Doncic is doubled. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
Well, the exceptional handle. Doncic has every move, can go in any direction. Look out, folks.
Conley passes to Gobert. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Doncic. Green for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And it's McDaniels off the drive. And pick and rolls never more prevalent in the league than they are right now. And there's always someone the defense has to leave open in those scenarios, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing. It's such a simple play, but it's so difficult to defend, especially with the shooting that we now see in the NBA and the great spacing on the floor. It's a play, as you said, every team uses and executes well in their offensive attack.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Irving. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Edwards. Minnesota in the lead. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Towns. And here's Conley. Gobert inside. Guarded by Doncic. Gobert no good. Here's Irving. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
What I love about Kyrie Irving is there's no fear on the interior. This guy is looking for ways to score.
And the call will go against JaVale McGee. That's his first foul. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Conley. And Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Rivers is checked in for Edwards. And Dallas with a change here too. Woods checked in. Reed for 3 with the tip. Controls the rebound and the putback. Anderson's got 6.
What an effort to get the tip in. Just wanting it a little bit more.
Now here's Hardaway. He's closely guarded. Doncic on the wing. Pass to McGee. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders. You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Now here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Wood misses.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gift.
And there's the call on Christian Wood. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game. Hardy, he's checked in for the Mavericks. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
And he makes both free throws. The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the 2nd. Looking good. That's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. 1:24 left in the 2nd. The Mavericks trailing. Tries the 9-footer. A nice shot by McGee.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the 2nd. And Minnesota calls time here. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Holiday's checked in for McGee. Here's Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Wood. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Noel. Wood grabs the board. Wood's got 4 rebounds in the game. Holiday passes to Hardaway. Anderson against Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's gotten his second bucket.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Noel. Pass to Towns. Off the mark from 16 feet. And we're through the first half of play here in
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it? Or even
appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And, Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
It was a great display of team ball. Less than 5 individuals out there, it's one cohesive unit sharing the rock. Not only does that make it harder to guard, it makes the game more enjoyable to watch.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Green out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Doncic in at the 1. It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. This one for 3. Powell pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Green. Back to Doncic from outside the arc. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Luka Doncic so dangerous because when the three-point shot is working, he becomes an impossible guard.
Now here's Conley. Well, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And the three-pointer goes.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Here's Bullock. Powell. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Now here's Conley. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. McDaniels can't hit.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You were so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
For the Mavericks, Luka Doncic at the line for 2.
No good on that one.
Luka Doncic has already established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him. Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
For Dallas, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. The shot, no good. McDaniels with some nice D. Pass to Edwards. Inside, Towns. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl-Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Kleba's checked in.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
Now here's Irving. 10 points for him. From deep, here's Doncic. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Luka Doncic showing you right there he can play without the basketball. Ready on the catch.
McDaniels passes to Towns. Now Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Well, what stood out the most in Edwards' second season, George, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league.
It's good on the putback. And it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Well, Rudy Gobert securing the board and making sure to convert.
Powell right side. Pass to Kleber. From deep, here's Doncic. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. McDaniels from long range. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside, Green. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Irving for 3. Dallas again missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Shot is good by Edwards.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Timeout called. The Mavericks.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack the confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Conley. Now here's Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Edwards for 3. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Some changes for Minnesota. Rivers is checked in for Prince. And Conley subbed in for Noel. 1:31 left in the third quarter. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Luka Doncic made it known early in his career he is one of the best passers in the NBA.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
They're trying to come back in this game. No, bottom line, it's about energy and effort, exemplified by a possession like that.
The Mavericks have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Well, you can tell the team feeding off Luka Doncic right now. They see him produce. They're just getting him the basketball.
Here's Rivers. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
McGee passes to Doncic. Offline with a 3. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. Anderson gets the bucket.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
From deep, here's Doncic. Sinks the tray. Doncic has got 11 points here in the second half.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Anderson gets the bucket. Anderson's got 10 points.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Pass to Doncic. Launches a three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Make no mistake, that's a big-time three. They've narrowed this lead. We'll see if they can keep the momentum here.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Downs plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And now the Mavs on the run. Here's Hardaway. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Assisted.
Doncic has got 6 assists now in the game. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
He's feeling it. Again, Dallas.
Yeah, this guy will not hesitate. Reads the defense, understanding mid-range jumper is available. Yeah, I can make that.
Outside Conley. Here's Gobert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Dwight Powell.
Even on the years he's not winning Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert finds a way to finish in the top 3. This is one of the most consistent, elite defenders in the game.
And he drops a first. Endorsed with Gobert, it still feels like he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
And B.A., at this point, I find that inexcusable. You just watch the game and understand the metrics to see the massive impact that Rudy Gobert has on winning. It is not only on the defensive end either.
The Timberwolves trail.
Dallas foul. Reggie Bullock.
Holiday's checked in for Hardaway.
Second team foul. Checking in for the Mavericks.
And so it's Minnesota with it.
Holiday.
Conley passes to Edwards. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Holiday. Count it, and the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
Minnesota shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Conley, he's open. No good, a bit long that time.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Back to Doncic. 4-3. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the two-man slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Bullock, good.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
And we just had to take one more look at that great drive.
Oh, the energy and focus on display. Saw an opportunity to get inside, and they continue to build at this lead.
Here's Towns. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
One thing you have to respect is how efficient and consistent Cat is on the interior. This guy understands where his advantages lie.
Here's Edwards, and he jams it home with authority.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Doncic. Here's Powell. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. And now a 7-point Maverick lead.
That's about great concentration. Dwight Powell, under duress of the defense, finishes nonetheless.
And he gets the bucket.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Powell right side. Back to Doncic. Stolen by Conley. Shot on the wing. Offensive board. Nails the baby hook. Gobert's got 5 points now this quarter.
Tremendous concentration that Rudy Gobert has, using his size certainly, but finishing through contact.
Dallas calls timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic on the wing. Back to Irving. Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside McDaniels. Down low. Towns. Ooh, good finish at the rack off a slick feed. And it's now just a 1-point Maverick lead. The Mavericks have gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. Lets it go. Here's Powell. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. McDaniels passes to Gobert. To take the lead. It's not going to go for him. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Edwards against Irving. Pass to Bullock. Back to Irving. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
From deep, Conley gets the 3 to fall. Conley's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
Irving, pass to Doncic for 3. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
Well, here's a guy with a great deal of experience in these situations. Mike Conley's team very confident with his chance to deliver at the foul line.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
And it's good.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Timeout called, the Timberwolves. They're trailing by 2. There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth. So it's Minnesota now. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Outside, Green. Back to Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, here's Doncic. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And that finally gets them back to even.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Pass to Powell. Oh, no good! Timeout called, the Timberwolves. There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. McDaniels from long range. Misses the three. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this.
Oh, Lord. Jesse made another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point.
You know, just great recognition from the athletic big man. Gobert finish off the nice pass.
And Irving with the basket on the assist from Doncic. Irving's got 21 points in the game. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 53%, a nice number. To the middle. Here's Towns. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. Here's Doncic. One more dime, and he'll have a double-double.
They've really relied on him to help control the pace and flow of this offense.
Outside Irving. Takes a three. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Edwards for 3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Oh, the young gun, Anthony Edwards with the big-time delivery.
Yep, that one's good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 4 quarters, not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime now. McDaniels, that's good.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Edwards. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Shooting for Dallas, Reggie Bullock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the gap to 7.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Conley passes to Gobert. Conley finds Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Timberwolves have gone crazy here in OT, connecting on all 6 shots. Back to Conley.
Luka Doncic. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Well, the seasoned veteran Mike Conley has been such a soft-spoken guy, but he has also been one of the NBA's best leaders, both on and off the floor.
Irving, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 16-5 run. Conley passes to Gobert. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Third personal foul.
Boy, wreaking havoc with his size down there. The stifled power. Rudy Gobert, assertive. My goodness.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. McLaughlin comes in for Mike Conley. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. McGee, he's checked in for Powell. Bertans comes in for Bullock. Hardy, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Ntilikina in for Doncic.
Well, Kyrie Irving is very capable of single-handedly sustaining an offense. Hot hand, yes, sir.
And out of bounds, Dallas will have it.
Coming onto the floor for your Timberwolves, Wendell Moore.
Irving, that's good.
If you get caught watching the ball against Kyrie, he's going to go right by you every time.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll get him his fourth foul of the game. Due to the bonus, we will head to the line for two. And he ends up making the second. And that'll push the lead to double digits.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
And so the ball out of bounds. McGee tucks it last.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce.
Thank you for coming out here tonight, everyone.
I'm not vegan. Yeah, I bet I put on a